Hello, hello. Welcome to Verbling. Hi there. I'm Teacher Oakley, and it's time once again for the reemergence of Famous Quotes class. Yes, it's back. We will be looking at famous quotes from the man himself, the man, the myth, the legend, Leonardo da Vinci. In this class, we will take turns reading the quotes, and we will discuss and debate the author's intentions. And fear not, because, of course, many quotes are open to interpretation, and whatever you may think of the quote, there is no wrong answer, in other words. We are just going to share our ideas and debate them. And of course, as the teacher, I will be clarifying any confusing vocabulary or idiomatic language and correcting any grammatical mistakes that you may have when you're speaking. Okay. Hello, Heidi. How are you?
Hello, nice to see you again.
Likewise. How's it going today?
Today I went to the clinic, ophthalmologist, to check my eyes.
Uh-huh. Yes, and how are your eyes?
It's okay. I need to prepare for the surgery.
Uh-huh. Okay. What do you need to do to prepare?
Every day I need to put eye drops to disinfect my eye from my eye.
Right. I getcha. Okay. Well, don't forget. Okay, it's a little known fact that, in fact, Leonardo da Vinci invented the eyedropper. Did you know that?
I don't know what invention.
Totally making that up. Okay. Jesus, welcome to the class.
Thanks, teacher.
How are you today?
I'm fine. I got help and life. That's important.
You got your health. All right. Okay, that is important. Jesus, do you know who Leonardo da Vinci is?
Sorry, can you repeat, please?
Sure. Do you know who Leonardo da Vinci is?
No.
Really? No kidding. Wow.
Or maybe that sound like new words for me.
Okay. Well, this is Famous Quotes class, and we are going to.
This is my first time here.
Okay. So this is a name, Leonardo da Vinci. It's not really English words. It's a name. Okay. So we're looking.
I'm sorry.
We're looking at quotes from this man. Have you heard of this man before? Leonardo da Vinci.
Okay. No.
No? Oh, okay. Well, all right.
No, this is my first time taking a class here.
Okay. Well, welcome to the class. Hi, I'm Oakley. All right. We're happy to have you here. All right. We're going to have a discussion and debate about the quotes from Leonardo da Vinci. Igor, do you know who Leonardo da Vinci is?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I know who is Leonardo da Vinci.
Okay. But I was asked.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
He was no. He was a scientist in his time. And he was a great painter.
There you go.
He was a cool guy. That's all.
He was a cool guy. I agree. He liked to drive a motorcycle, and he invented it himself. And he wore a leather jacket, and it was a flying motorcycle.
Yeah, and he was born ahead of his time.
He was what? Born a what?
Okay, he fought ahead of his time.
Oh yeah, he was a man ahead of his time. Very good. Nice expression. A man ahead of his time. His ideas and inventions were way ahead of the time that he was born in. True enough. Excellent. Thank you. Hello, Ariel. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you, teacher. What about you?
Doing okay.
Okay.
Are you a fan of Leonardo da Vinci?
Kind of. I have read about him, and some of the things that I have read are awesome. So that's great, I think.
Okay. What do you know about him that's awesome? Cool.
Um, he invented a lot of things, like a I don't know how to say that, like helicopter or stuff like that, like a try or attempt to hang a helicopter.
Okay.
Also, he painted that famous paint, right? The
Yes.
Garrett, she's smiling all the time, I think.
Right. The secret smile, the ambiguous smile of, of course, Mona Lisa.
Yeah, the Mona
Yeah.
Lisa.
Of course.
Molly.
Right. Okay. Helicopter. Yes, Ariel, you did know how to say it because that is totally correct. Also, let me welcome Lipe. Lipe? Hello.
Hello, teacher.
Hello. Am I saying your name correctly? Is it Felipe?
Yes, yes. Yes,
So, Lipe for
it's
short?
exactly that.
No.
Sorry?
I'm a genius. I'm as smart as Leonardo. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Are you familiar with Leonardo da Vinci?
Yes, I know about some things that he did.
He once wrestled 14 tigers and tied them up in a knot. No. What did he do? What is something you know about?
Yeah, I know about the Gioconda, the painting.
Okay.
I know about um the machines that he painting to in the paper.
Uh-huh. Do you know he also invented the tank? You know, armored personnel carrier. No kidding. He did. He invented the tank. He really did. I'm not joking about that one.
What he did?
Yeah, he really did. See, Igor, you know, right? Igor
Yeah.
wrote that, actually.
Yeah,
I didn't see that
and
part.
the tank was supposed to move by rotating itself around its radius.
Like
And
a like a
it was
ball,
meant. Yeah,
like
it
one
was
of
meant.
those, like one of those hamster cages, like a ball. Awesome. That's what I
Yeah.
want. A giant armored hamster cage. I think that's
Yes.
genius. Okay. Hello, Jabbo. Let me
Hi,
welcome
nice
you.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Jabbo. We've met before, so it's nice to see me. Nice to see you again.
Me too. Yeah.
Okay, but we normally don't say nice to meet you when we've already met someone before.
Okay.
Nice to see you
Yeah.
again.
How's it going? What's up?
What's up? Okay.
What have you
Well,
done so far?
yeah, everything's good. Thanks. What's your favorite Leonardo da Vinci invention, Jibbo?
He was Italian and he was a great man and he was also very talented.
Was.
Uh, he was a painter. Uh, he he know many things and he also a sculptor and architect and
Architect.
yeah,
Yes.
and he was also a musician.
Musician, yes. Mathematician.
Uh,
It's more expedient to talk about what he did not do. What didn't he do? He did
yeah,
everything.
I mean he was so talented. Yeah, so
That's
that's
right.
what.
He virtually personified what we call the Renaissance man. Okay, that is a Renaissance man is cultured, worldly, and knows a lot about many different things. What we call a well-rounded person. Well, if anyone on Earth who was ever born was a well-rounded person, that would definitely be Mr. Da Vinci. Okay, I'm gonna do a screen share. We're gonna look at his quotes, and we're gonna discuss what we think Leonardo had on his mind when he said or wrote this.
Why don't you ask me about him? Because
I don't know.
I saw a lot of his painting.
You did.
Which museum, or even I went to Milan, a church, to see the Last Supper. And
cool.
I went to Da Vinci Museum. There are many monuments. All things are replica of his invention, like helicopter or a lot of things.
Really?
And I went to France, countryside. Before it was the capital in France. Then he constructed some castle because he was in Florence. Cosimo Medici is that kind of king about in that place.
Medici?
Yeah.
Medici? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, very big power. So he stayed that place, and he had invented a lot of things. Then Cosimo's the daughter married to French king. Then he constructed some castle for him. Then he invented some spiral staircase. Usually it's one way, but he invented two-way spiral.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Like, seriously, that's kind of weird. Like a double helix?
Yes.
Like DNA.
Yeah, actually I saw that spiral staircase.
No kidding. Oh, very cool. Okay. Awesome. And okay, you say you went to the Leonardo da Vinci Museum? There's a
Da Vinci Museum, not painting, only his books or all invention. We can see that in that.
Okay. All right. And where is that again?
It may be in Milan.
Milan?
Yeah.
Milan. Okay. All right. Okay.
Even
Well,
Last Supper, very famous picture, right?
Of course, extremely famous.
Yeah.
Last Supper.
Even it's a church in Milan.
Right. Okay. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, that's awesome. Great. Yeah, there's a lot to study and be interested in with Leonardo. He's a busy guy. Okay. Heidi, would you mind reading this quote for us, and we'll get started looking at his quotes.
Okay. I love those who can smile in trouble, who can gather strength from distress, and grow brave by reflection. This is the business of little minds of shrink, but their worth heart is firm, and those conscience approves their conduct. Will purpose pursue their principles unto death.
Aha. Okay.
What is?
What's that?
Tis.
What's tis? Okay. If you see this, notice the apostrophe in front of the letter T. It is Old English, and it simply means it is. It's kind of an Old English contracted form of it is. It is the business of little minds to shrink. Okay. What is the overall idea here, Heidi? What do you think?
A person who can smile in the trouble, the dangerous situation, it's really, I say, brave or something, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's the general idea. Apparently, Leonardo is a big fan of that. Okay, Jesus.
Yes.
Okay. What do you think of this quote? All right. Do you think Leonardo was a brave man himself?
A brave man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. What is brave? Brave.
Brave. Okay. To be brave is to not
Brave.
be fearful.
Okay. Um, what? Sorry. Repeat the question, please.
I was asking you what you think of the quote and if you think Leonardo was a brave man himself. Is he talking about himself?
No. No. He's talking about a quality of the other people.
Okay.
Also, so it's something like he admired in a person. You know.
All right. Okay.
No, I. Okay.
And okay. And do you agree with this, with his opinion?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. All right. So he's just stating something that he admires, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have anything to add about this quote, or shall we move on? Guess we can move on. Jesus, can you read this next quote for us?
Of course. I had long since come to my attention that people of accomplishment rarely sat back and let things happen to them. They went out and happened to thing to things.
Thanks.
Let me read it again, please.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. I had a long since some I had a long since I had
It,
sorry
wait, start
I
again.
had a
It
long time.
had long since. It had long since. Short eye
Okay,
on since. Okay.
since it had long since come to my attention that people of accomplishment rarely sat back and let things happen to them. They went out and happened to things.
Okay. Now, actually, I need to point out that it has long since come to my attention with using it has long since come to my attention with past tense is uh, it, it has come to my attention using present perfect tense. Actually, is a very common phrase. It has come to my attention, or it has long since come to my attention, to sort of exaggerate the phrase, just to say, to introduce that something has been noticed by you, something of significance, something important. This is, I must say, this is a little odd because he uses had come, a past perfect, which he gets away with because then he uses past tenses. Sat, went, happened. Uh, anyway, doing interesting things grammatically. Leonardo, he's an interesting guy. But Jesus, what do you think of this quote?
So uh, so he it sounds uh, like a critic for the people that stay in one place and don't do nothing. They let the things happened, and don't try to change the situation. Something.
Okay.
That's what I understand.
Okay.
And
Don't do anything. People who don't do anything. You shouldn't
yeah,
say don't do nothing. That's a double negative. Don't do nothing is a double negative. Try to avoid those as much as you can in English. Also, he's trying to the verb you want. He's trying to criticize people who don't do anything.
criticize people.
That's it. Okay, Igor. What do you
Yes.
think? Do you buy into it?
Buy into one.
Jesus, hang on a second, Igor. Jesus, if you wouldn't mind muting your microphone when you're not talking, just so the
Okay.
background noise isn't disturbing
Okay.
us. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Okay. What? Igor, what? Do you agree with Leonardo here?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And do you think he's being a little bit sarcastic?
I don't know. It's like,
No?
for
Okay.
example, if you want something to happen, just go out there and make it happen, rather than just wait for it to happen.
Yeah.
Yes, I think Leonardo was the first one to say YOLO. Oh my gosh. I hope not. No, he would never say anything so trivial. All right. Okay, this is a fairly straightforward quote, right? So far, these are quite straightforward and just singular pieces of advice. Anybody have anything else to say about this quote? Shall I move on? I shall move on.
Yeah.
Igor, sorry? Anybody? Somebody? Igor, would you mind reading this next quote for us?
Sure. There are four powers: memory and intellect, desiring, what?
Covetousness.
And what is that?
Okay. If it's envy. If you covet, okay, in the Bible, do not. One of the 10 commandments is do not covet thy neighbor's wife, meaning don't want your neighbor's wife. You're envious. Okay. Envy meaning you want something else. You want something that somebody else has, so you covet it. The verb is to covet.
Okay. Let me search over then.
Covetousness is the noun form.
There are four powers: memory and intellect, desire and covetousness. The two first are mental, and the other sensual. The three senses, sight, hearing, and smell, cannot well be prevented. Touch and taste, not at all.
Aha. Well, now we get a little more complicated here. What on earth is he talking about here?
I'm wondering the exact same thing myself.
What's that?
I'm wondering the exact same thing myself. I don't know what it means.
Well, let's break it down. Why do you think he says there are four powers? First of all, powers of what? What does he mean by powers?
Powers. Powers of existence. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Ariel, do you have any idea? What does he mean by four powers? Powers of man or powers that act on man or what? Sorry. Go ahead.
Maybe he was talking about the things that motivate him. I think. Could be.
Okay. Well, I like that. Good answer. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Memory and intellect. It's interesting that he divides memory and intellect. He puts them in the same group, but he counts them as two separate things. Do you agree with that? Are memory and intellect two separate things?
Are you talking to me?
Sure, why not?
Yeah,
Yes, I am.
of course. Of course, I agree with him because I think also, like him, I think that memory, we use memory to remember things, and we use the intellect to to think about it, like to create an ideas and stuff like that. So maybe it could be on different parts of the brain. Could be, I don't know.
Okay. All right. Okay, I'm with you on that. Let me talk to Lipe. Lipe? Lipe, are
Hi,
you there?
teacher.
Lipe?
Yes, I
Uh,
am.
all right, and then he counts as two other powers, desire and covetousness. Okay, to covet is to want what others have. To desire is just really to want. Do those? Are those two? Do you think these are really four things that motivate humans?
Uh,
That make
yes,
us do what we do?
yes, I do. But I think that desire and covetousness, it is motivation things.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Okay.
if you have a desire, you need to you need to covetousness to make this desire.
Ah, really? Ooh, okay.
Yes.
Well, that's interesting. Are you saying that envy is a valuable motivator of human beings? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes,
Interesting.
I think so.
Okay. All right. That's cool. Now, okay, the next question is why, let's continuing to break it down. The first two are mental, memory and intellect, the other sensual. Okay. Sensual. What does he mean by sensual? Jebo.
Sensual mean the the function you have. You can touch something. You can feel.
Hmm.
Yeah, feel something.
Right? Okay. You can perceive with your senses. Sight, smell, hearing.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I'm with you. All right. Now, so what does he mean by this last part? The three senses.
Uh,
Sight, hearing, and smell
mean
cannot be prevented.
it mean that because memory and the inherit, maybe we inherit from our parents. Maybe uh, we have bad memory. We have we our brain is not good, but we have other sense to feel this world, just like we can see and we can hear and we can smell, and this is not cannot be prevented. Yeah, so we can try to develop our other sense.
Okay. By the way this is worded, okay, cannot well be prevented. This is kind of an old English backwards style. The meaning is like in modern English, I would say sight, hearing, and smell can hardly be prevented. Okay. It's difficult to prevent sight, hear, and smell. Okay. And then touch and taste, his idea is that touch and taste cannot be prevented at all. It's impossible not to taste and touch. Well, that's interesting. Heidi, do you
Mm-hmm.
agree with this part of the idea?
Yeah,
Second,
because
yeah,
smell or some sound or some sight, suddenly it came to us, so we can't prevent it, right?
right.
But
But
taste and touch, it's kind of action. We can prevent it. If I don't want to taste something, I can prevent it.
he's saying that you can't prevent it at all. There's no way to stop taste and touch.
But we can stop to taste something. For example, I don't like
Yeah.
some snakes. I don't want to taste it. I don't want to touch it, so I can prevent it.
Well,
But looking at
funny.
the snake, I can't prevent it.
Seeing it
My eyes.
and hearing it.
Yeah, the sound and the smell of sweets. I can't prevent it.
All right, that's interesting. Well, you might hold your nose. I don't know. Okay, so putting it all together here, he's basically saying we can't really stop our sensual. It's really nearly impossible or completely impossible to stop our senses. We can't just shut off our senses and not hear anything. Although some people try through meditation and yoga and such things. Okay. So I guess the idea being that your sensual desire and covetousness cannot at all ever be prevented. Is that what he's saying? I don't know. Jesus, what do you think? Jesus? Are you there? You can unmute yourself.
Yeah, I'm here.
Cool.
Okay, your question is about what I think about desires and covetousness?
Well, yeah, that they're not preventable at all. We couldn't stop feeling desire and covetousness or envy. We don't have a choice. Is that what he's saying? I could be wrong. I'm asking.
Well, for example, the desire the desire for me is a power. You know, when you desire something, you make acts to find that. But the covetousness, I think that the covetousness move is a power too, but in a good sense, you know.
Can
In a good
covetousness,
sense,
can envy be good? Can it be good?
No. For example, mm, if you want the things that your people around you have, exactly that thing is bad.
Okay.
But if my neighbor, for example, if my friends or people around me, for example, have a nice car, so it's bad if you desire that car exactly. But if you want that car, you can work, you can save money and buy that car by your own. Oh my God, I don't have the right word.
Effort, by your own effort.
Yeah, exactly. By your own effort. If you want something around you and uh, you take the decision of uh, of take that car or that thing by your own effort, I think that is good. If the word is talking about that sense, then yes, it's good.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Okay. One word, maybe a little better vocabulary to use in this circumstance. Okay, you were talking about. I understood what you mean. If you want your neighbor's car, exactly that car. I think it would be better to say specifically that car. All right. So if we're specific means exactly that one that we're talking about. All right. Okay. Let's say that makes it a little clearer, I think. Okay. Interesting. So I'll bring it all the way full circle back to Igor. Do you, after kind of talking about it and analyzing the parts, do you kind of get a better general idea of what he's trying to say? Or not? Igor?
Sorry, I was away.
Okay. After kind of breaking down the different parts of the quote, do you have a better idea of what generally he's attempting to say?
I don't really understand this. It's like memory intellect cannot be prevented. It's like I think it's true. Like the things you remember, the kind of intellect you have can be prevented, and sight, hearing, smell. It's like if you have them, you're going to experience all of that, but you can choose what you're going to do with your desires and what you want, I think.
Okay.
Like touch and taste, like if you desire something, you might continue to desire it, or you might just consciously choose to defy your desire to have something like that. I don't know.
All right. Well, okay. Interesting idea. Does this is pretty complicated stuff here, but does anybody have anything else to add to this, or any other idea about what he's trying to say here? Okay.
No, move on.
I want to say something.
Sure. Go ahead.
For example, the three senses, sight, hearing, and smell, cannot will be prevented. So, for example, if you have your sense, or all that sense that the text made mention, or make mention. So, for example, around us, we see the things around us on hearing, on smell, and we can prevent that, because it's that okay, it's a situation of the things that happen around us. But the touch and taste, and not all, because the touch and taste, it's an action for us, for ourselves.
Okay. Right.
But the sign, hearing, and smell motivate us to taste and touch.
Okay. I see. All right. Right. Okay. You're kind of building on Heidi's idea that touch and taste, which kind of, I think, disagrees with Leonardo, but I do understand the point. Touch and taste can be avoided. Okay, you're building on that idea by saying sight, hearing, and smell, or the passive senses, things that just come to us that we don't actively do. Okay, motivates touch and taste. Is that, do I have the idea? Is that pretty much what you're saying? Jesus, I'm trying to summarize what you're saying. Am I way off base? Or?
Yeah. So you are talking with the other guys, right? Or
well,
it's a question for all.
Because I'm trying to summarize what you said, or I thought I was summarizing what you said. I hoped to do that. That was my intention. Okay.
We are in the same point.
Okay, all right. That's what thank you. That's what I wanted to hear. All right. Do I understand you? I'm asking. Okay. All right. We are on the same page. Here's a phrase that you could use, an idiomatic phrase. We are on the same page. Okay, our thinking is very, very similar. Okay. Jesus, while I'm talking to you, can you go ahead and actually, no, I want to have Ariel. Ariel, can you read this next quote, please?
Sure. Simplicity. Who's?
Okay, continue.
Ariel.
Go ahead. Okay. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication.
Okay, that's a simple quote.
Did I pronounce well the last word?
Well, let me try. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication.
Sophistication. Okay, thank you.
Yes, actually, you did. Okay, what do you think Leonardo means? And do you think it's true?
I have no idea.
Okay, well, it's interesting. Okay, simplicity, simple, basic, all right, is ultimate. Well, that's a very kind of an extreme adjective. The ultimate, it is the ultimate is the pinnacle, the peak, the best, superlative, the most very superlative adjective, and sophistication actually has to do with complexity and intricacy. It's sophistication for people. Sometimes if someone's very sophisticated, it gets mixed up with the idea of wealthy and has good taste and dresses nice and has jewelry and fine things. But really, sophistication has to do with being very complex. I think, and you can argue with me, and that would be terrific, actually. I think that Leonardo is saying simplicity is the ultimate in elaborate. Okay, is the keeping things simple is the ultimate, the best way to be complex. Can you wrap your head around that? Does that make any sense at all?
And it could be right, because sometimes the most basic things, could be like the better ones, I think. And you know, not all the time the things could be so difficult in order to be the better. You know, to be the better or to be the best.
To be the best, to be
The
better.
best. Okay, to be
better.
better.
That's a comparative.
That's a comparative. Yeah, thank
right?
you.
And then the superlative, the best. We always have to use the with a superlative because there can only be one, the best, obviously. Okay. Let's see. Lipe. Lipe, can you think of any examples where simple is sophisticated? What is something that's extremely simple, but maybe it represents a lot, or maybe it's extremely useful, or sophisticated? Can you think of any examples of that?
I don't know. Let me think.
Okay. While you're thinking, I'll throw it out to the class. Class, anybody, everybody. What can anybody think of an example to illustrate this idea? Anybody at all? I can.
For example,
Yeah.
a more stupid person speaks much. For example, a person have umbrella. When I see that umbrella, oh, maybe he he thought it would rain, right? But the other stupid person from the first, he explained a lot. When I came out, oh, it was overcast, so I thought it would rain later. So I prepared an umbrella. Then the intelligent person said, "Yeah, I think so."
Okay.
Very simple.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah.
Can I say something?
Sure. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay,
Nicholas?
okay. Leonardo da Vinci, in this phrase, he's talking about the simplicity, like a good quality in a person. For example,
Okay.
for example, um, you could be the great scientist. You can know everything about a topic. Maybe an expert, but um, But if you are a simple person and someone that maybe isn't in your level, so you be a good person, and if that person want to know something, and you be simply, you know, and don't be so proud of you, and don't say that you are the great man, or be simply, and let the other people say the great
Okay.
things about you, not yourself.
Okay.
That's
So,
what
all right.
that's
All right.
I understand.
Okay. So you're thinking that Leonardo's talking about people, which had not even occurred to me, to tell you the truth. I was thinking about, I guess, because I was thinking about Leonardo, I was thinking about inventions and ideas. But you may be right. We can interpret it however we want. I was thinking of, like, for example, the paper clip. Ultimately, just a bent piece of metal, but indeed very sophisticated as to function. Um, Simple, yet elegant and useful. I was
I got
thinking,
one.
yeah, go ahead.
The pizza box.
The pizza box. Yes, I'm with you on that.
Totally simple and totally sophistication.
Okay, I like that. See, that's where my line of thinking was going. Not to say that my line of thinking is correct. It may be totally wrong. I don't know what he was thinking, really. But okay, I'm thinking of ideas too, like the Nike swoosh. Simple, yet very sophisticated, and actually means you can read a lot into it. You can actually think that it represents a lot of different ideas. Or maybe that's just me. I don't know.
Mhm.
But extremely simple, but at the same time sophisticated. Maybe it is talking about people. I don't know. Jabot, what do you think? What does this quote mean to you?
I think this quote means that people don't think too much, just do it. Uh, and
Like Nike.
just like people always know that learning English is very important, but someone will think about, oh, learning English is much, much effort and it takes time, and people don't do it. Yeah. hmm Because they think too much. Yeah. And
Overthinking. Yeah.
overthink. Yeah.
I was wondering if that's what he's getting at as well. I'm not sure, but I was also not sure if I couldn't take my idea very far there. Uh, okay. Anybody else have something to say about this? Igor, Ariel, Heidi? You guys want to take a crack at this? Or shall we move on? Okay. Uh, Lipe, I'm going to go back to you, Lipe. Can I have you read this next quote, please?
Okay. Uh, while I thought that I was learning how to live, I have been learning how to die.
That sounds extremely morbid. Morbid, okay, is depressing and has to do with death. Okay, something is morbid. Okay, why on earth is he saying this? What does he mean? Where is he going with this?
Well, that
That
Felipe, go ahead.
no, go ahead. Can
no,
speak.
no, no. Continue. You have the word.
Okay, thanks. Uh, it is that when you are learning, you are this knowledge. It's knowledge. No, a a person that know much things,
Knows many
many
things.
things. Yes, many things.
Okay.
He is a.
He is what?
I don't catch the word. I don't find the word.
Okay, I'm not sure which word you're looking for. Okay.
It is
Okay.
okay. I don't remember the
You stuck? Okay. Sorry, I'm not. Okay.
seventh, but sage. I don't.
Sage. Sage is a sage is a wise man. A very wise man would be a sage, usually
Yes,
older
yes.
person.
So when you live your life, you are being a sage. Sage.
Okay.
And when you are a sage, in next this you will die because you have to pass everything. Have you when you learn about the life, you are being a person. I don't know how to explain that. Sorry.
Well, get very complicated there. Okay.
Yes.
Tangled up in knots. All right. Let's see here. Heidi, what do you think? In your opinion, what on earth is he trying to say? Well, I thought I was learning how to live.
Yeah, if you study a lot of things, you can find something what you want to do in your life.
Okay.
Then you want to die. You don't want to die now, but if after accomplished you study, maybe after that you can die.
Okay. Maybe.
If you accomplished the thing, you don't have anything to do after that.
All right. Why does he say, I thought I was learning how to live? Is he saying he was wrong? But I was wrong. Actually, I was learning how to die. Igor, do you have any thoughts here? I think this one's wide open to interpretation.
I don't know, maybe he tries to say that we are all mortal, but we will all die eventually.
Okay.
Like, you just learn how to live, but you will die anyway. So you might as well be learning how to die.
All right.
Like, you know.
How did, by the way, how did...
Like, you know, there is this idea of an honorable death. Or death.
Right.
So you might just learn how to die really cool if it's even gonna be done.
Okay. See, this is where my mind was going to. Is he sort of talking about an honorable death and dying well? Yes, you're absolutely correct. There's the concept of dying well. Is that where he's going? And furthermore, does anybody have any idea how did Leonardo da Vinci die? Does anybody know? I do not know. Anybody have any idea?
No.
No.
That's because he never did die. He's like Elvis. He's living in a cave somewhere in Montana. Okay. All right. Well, that's the first thing I'm going to do when class is over. I got to figure that one out.
Oh my God, that is a very complicated phrase.
It is. You're totally correct. Do you have any thoughts about this, Jesus?
Okay. Someone want to?
You know what? It's simple, but it's sophisticated. There we go.
Yeah. That is very sophisticated.
Yeah. I want to add something.
Jabo, please. You have the floor.
I've seen Leonardo have realized two perspectives in his life. When he was young, he learned how to live, how to make money to support their family. But when he was going to die, he realized how to die perfectly, how to leave contribution to his children or his four children, something like that, and how to let the next generation to remember him well.
Okay.
Hmm?
How did he die? Now
Okay.
it's killing me. Yeah.
I will try to say something.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. For example, the first part, while I thought that I was learning how to live, um, that that tried to make the thing, what you think about the life, about the everything, and I have been learning how to die. Is talking about what is going on with us. You know, for example, one thing is what you think, and another thing is what is happening. That's
You
more
mean
or less.
what is really happening? Like
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Okay.
For
Interesting.
example, for example, for
Okay.
example, um, when I was in the school, I thought, well, when I got when when I get uh, 25 years, I will be an engineer. An engineer, for example. I'm thinking, or I thought, how I will live but when you have finally 25 years, the life can give you some turns, and the things isn't what you thought when you
Okay.
was in the school, for example, in the school.
Right. When you were
No.
in school.
Yeah.
Okay. And you should say when I was when I turned 25 years old. See, we can say when I turned 25, or we can say when I turned 25 years old, but in English, we would never say when you turn 25 years. That's it. We would never
Okay.
say that.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not completely correct. Okay,
Okay. Please,
interesting.
please,
And
Oakley, can you write the correction, please?
Sure. Um, and
Uh,
actually, it would be hyphenated. Okay, 25 years old. All right. You cannot
okay.
say 25 years. I am 25 years. That doesn't make sense, actually. I am. It's common to
Okay.
say I am 25, for example.
Uh,
I
Okay.
have a
I
question.
gi-
Sure. Please.
Okay, it's related with the vocabulary, because
Yes.
I would like to know if it's so informal to say how instead to say how to.
Okay. How to? I don't know how to tie my shoes. Um, that's a classic reduction, and the reason that we reduce, yes, it's a slightly more informal. The reason we reduce is to improve our rhythm and intonation, and it would be perfectly normal to say how to.
How?
I don't know how to do it in normal conversation. Now, okay, even
Okay.
of course we can't write these kinds of reductions. Absolutely, writing is a great deal more formal. So when it comes to writing, it's a no-no. When it comes to speaking, it is considered to be very normal, and it actually helps your rhythm a little. And frankly, we use it even some maybe not as much reduced speech in like formal speeches or a business meeting or something like that, but we still use contractions and some kinds of reduced auxiliary verbs and pronouns, even in formal speech. So I think you might even hear the president say, "Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how to save the economy. I don't know how to do it. It's going right in the toilet. I don't know how to save us." Okay? Pretty sure Obama should say that, actually. I wish he would say that. Okay.
Now,
Anyway,
thank you so much, because sometimes I
well,
use it and I like to verify if it's is correct or is it like
perfectly
usual.
normal.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you so
no.
much.
Great. Last little note, learning never exhausts the mind. There you go. Don't forget it. Okay, last thought of the day. Okay, remember that one. Okay, thank you guys very much. We are out of time.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
teacher. Have a very
Thank
good
you.
night.
Okay,
Thank
bye bye.
you.
Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, guys. Guys.
I would.
Bye, teacher. Hey, that hand.
Bye-bye. See you later.
See you
Bye.
later.
All right, thanks.